Hey people, Franksman here. Work continues on the engine, and I'm at the phase where I'm cleaning. Pretty straightforward, just cover with the degreaser and scrub it. But there's little pathways you got to get into. You got to clean those out, get the little debris out. Those are the pieces that mess up your motor in the long run, you know. So this is going to show you how to make the little scrub brushes to get down in there and clean those little pathways. Those little scrub brush kits, they get really expensive. It's 20, 30, 40 bucks just for a good kit, and I gotta spend that money on the parts. I'm not buying any new tools just to do something where afterwards the part's going to be sitting on the shelf for another 20 years even before I touch it. So I'm going to make my own. That way I can throw it away. You know how to make it, you can make it whenever you need it. Okay, so take a look at the engine. I got it completely apart. Anything and everything that unbolts or plugs is out of it, so everything is open. All the little pathways, these are oil pathways. They go through the block, up and down the block. You could see hole there. These are the mains. Oil the camshaft. So you got to get down in there and clean those to get the debris out. Just running a solvent through it or water through it's not going to get it. You need something to physically push it, loosen it up so it'll flow with the solvent out of the engine. I actually pulled this plug. I had a little hole drilled in this plug to help oil the timing chain, and that was plugged with a piece of debris, which is why I deburred the engine block, all the edges, all the sharp edges, in case that was it, but it was a hunk of metal plugging that hole. So this is going to get real good cleaning in the little pathways, just to make sure that doesn't happen again. Got little pathways down in there. Okay, when I come back, I'll show you how to make it. Pretty easy. Only takes a couple things too. Okay, here's what I'll be making. It's a little scrub brush made out of the wire and bristles off of a regular brush that I attached to it. Get a close up of it. You can see how it's made. This is just a coat hanger wire. You can make it out of utility wire or fence wire. I've seen it at Tractor Supply and stuff like that, but this one's made out of a regular coat hanger. And the bristles, you could see, they are locked on there. They're not coming out. You can, since you know how to make them, you can make them any size you need, any length you need. This one will get like a third of the way into the engine block. I'm going to make one that'll reach all the way, and then I'll make a real tiny one to get down in these little holes for the mains going up to the camshaft, so I could get all the debris out of there. They're pretty gooed up. So let's get started. Okay, I got everything laid out here that you'll need to make one. I got the wire coat hanger. I got utility wire or fence wire. You can buy that at Tractor Supply or any dollar store or something. It's smaller gauge and it's a little weaker than the coat hanger. The coat hanger I would suggest using for the bigger pathways, and then of course the little gauge wire for the little pathways. Probably make it out of copper wire if needed to. scrub brush is just a regular utility scrub brush. Your sister's hairbrush works perfect also. Okay, and then you need pair of wire cutters and 2 vice grips and a pair of scissors. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna make the long brush. You can see how long it is. This will reach all the way through the motor. You start out by bending the end 180, and you want to get it as close up as you can. That way when you slide the bristles in there, it holds them in there. Okay. Then you grab a handful of bristles. You cut them off the brush. Holding them together, you want them even. You place them in between the 2 wires. I'm sure you're going to lose 1 or 2. That's okay. You want them spread out pretty much in a single layer. I'm going to clamp one end. Clamp the other end, and you're going to twist. Getting them as tight as you can without snapping the wire. And that's going to hold the bristles in place. There's your brush. You're going to lose a couple, of course, but what's left, they're not going to come out. Straighten it up as needed. Go in like that. You're good to go. If you need to, snap this end, cut this end off so it's not hindering anything. But there you go. You got a scrub brush for getting inside the pathways, and the bristles are locked in there. If you need to, you could trim them, make them all nice and even. I cut a piece of this utility wire and make a little one now, using the same bristles. So you start off by bending it 180, closing it up. Cut off some bristles. Keeping them nice and even. Slide them into the wire. clamp it together. You're going to clamp the other end together, and you're going to twist. Hopefully the bristles don't fall out. Keep twisting until it's nice and tight. The tighter the better. It's going to hold the bristles in a lot stronger. There you go. It's that simple. You can see how strong they're staying in there. But yeah. Pull that one out. And trim it up. Not too bad. Okay, I got 3 scrub brushes made. 3 different lengths. And when I get done using them, I could throw them away. It's not a set where I spent 20, 30 bucks to buy and I have to clean and put up. That's money wasted in my opinion. So, see how they work. Okay, time for a little demonstration. I got this thin wired brush all trimmed up. And guess what I'm going to clean? I'm going to clean this dipstick tube. I'd say it's clean. The other end, because it didn't reach all the way in there. Haha. Look at that. Nice and clean in there now. One more time. So I got it all the way in there. And as you can see, all the bristles are still on it. Nothing's coming off. I bet the thing is clean. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna clean out the oil pathway for the lifters. I got it all lubed up and all the bristles are staying on. And see if I can shot. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. Okay. Okay, let's get the other one. All the way through. Okay, there you have it. It's a bit mangled, but it's still holding together. I'll be using it to clean the pathways when I'm rinsing it, but it's still good. Same thing with that one. The easiest engine flush I ever did. Clean. Quick view of the pathways. Nothing but water. If you like the sort of thing.